Hi, Tom here. Welcome to today's video. Leo, the last few weeks have changed how you see yourself. You've reclaimed confidence from within. You've stepped back from needing validation. You've remembered who you are when no one's watching. This week is different. This week isn't about finding your power. It's about resting inside it. From a Vedic perspective, the energy now moves into embodiment, where self-confidence stops reaching outward and begins to stabilize itself inwardly. And for you, that's really important, because you're someone who naturally radiates presence. And sometimes that presence has been mistaken by others, or even by you, as something that must always be on. This week gently asks, what if you didn't need to project anything at all? You may notice that your desire for recognition feels quieter, not gone, and not wounded, just unnecessary. That can feel unfamiliar. When you're used to expressing yourself through visibility, calm can feel like dimming. But this isn't dimming. This is confidence becoming self-contained. Leo, your gift is warmth. You uplift. You inspire. You bring heart into spaces that need it. But this week teaches you something subtle and powerful. Your worth doesn't increase when you perform it. It simply exists. You may notice moments where you normally would step forward, lead the conversation, energize the room, take center stage, and instead you feel content staying exactly where you are. That's not withdrawal. That's integration. Your presence is strong enough that it no longer needs amplification. So here's the deeper lesson for this week. You don't lose influence when you stop trying to be influential. You gain authentic authority. Authority that isn't loud. Authority that isn't reactive. Authority that doesn't depend on response. You may also feel less inclined to overgive this week. Less inclined to impress. Less inclined to carry emotional responsibility for others and how they feel. That doesn't mean you care less. It means you're no longer sourcing your value from being needed. This week supports grounded leadership, leading by example instead of performance, setting tone instead of taking spotlight, being consistent instead of being dramatic. That kind of leadership lasts. You might notice that creativity flows different this week. Less urgency, less need for approval, and more authenticity. Creation feels like expression again, not proof. And that's embodiment. This week, there may be moments where you catch yourself wanting to turn it on, to be extra, to reassert yourself, to make sure you're seen. Pause. Ask yourself, is this coming from joy or habit? If it's joy, go for it. If it's habit, you need to let it pass. You don't need it anymore. This week isn't asking you to hide your light. It's asking you to let it be steady instead of performative. Steady light warms. Flashing light demands attention. You're learning the difference. Now, let's talk alignment. One intentional practice for you this week. Do one thing well, without telling anyone about it. No sharing, no recognition, just presence. Notice how satisfying that feels. That satisfaction is your confidence becoming internal. As you allow this quieter strength, notice what remains. Self-assurance. A sense of dignity that doesn't waver. That's your power embodied. Leo. This week isn't about proving who you are. It's about being comfortable as who you are. You don't need to shine harder. You glow already. Let yourself rest in that truth. And you need to trust that. Before you go, there's something important you should know. These horoscopes are based on Vedic astrology, also known as sidereal astrology. That means we're using the actual positions of the stars in the sky, not the tropical system used in most Western astrology. Because of that, your sun signs here may be different than what you're used to. And that's okay. In Vedic astrology, we don't start with the sun sign. We start with the moon sign, because the moon represents your mind, emotions, and how life is experienced day to day. First, always watch this for your Vedic moon sign. That's where this horoscope will feel the most accurate and personal. Next, I recommend watching for your rising sign, also called your ascendant or lagna. Your rising sign shows how these energies show up in your physical life, your body, your environment, and the situations unfolding around you. Then, you can also watch for your sun sign, which adds insight into your identity, confidence, and sense of purpose during this time. And if love, relationships, creativity, or money are major themes for you right now, I also recommend checking your Venus sign, called Shukra in Vedic astrology, for an extra layer of clarity. For weeks where things feel intense, faded, or life-shifting, it can also be helpful to look at your lunar nodes, Rahu and Ketu. These show where growth is pulling you forward and where old patterns are asking to be released. To find your correct placements, make sure you're using a Vedic or sidereal natal chart, not a tropical one. Once you know your moon, rising, sun, and Venus signs, and optionally Rahu and Ketu, you'll get a much deeper and more complete understanding of what's unfolding. If this message resonated with you, please like the video. It truly helps support this channel and allows these messages to reach the people who actually need them. And if you're enjoying these weekly Vedic horoscopes, consider subscribing so you don't miss future messages for your signs. You are not one sign. You are a system of energies, learning how to work together. Take care and be calm.